Good afternoon and welcome into Patterson Ice Arena. Game 3 of the TPH Grand Rapids Kickoff Classic. West Michigan Varsity 16U Green takes on BRPD Icemen. BRPD will in the whites. West Michigan Varsity Green, 16U Green, 1-1 on the weekend. Yesterday dropped a game to the Chesterfield Falcons, Chesterfield, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis. 1-0 that score. Chesterfield scoring in the first minute of the game, and then just a real tight battle the rest of the way. Game 1, a 3-0 victory over MHA White. Full weekend of hockey in the Grand Rapids area. Patterson Ice Arena as well as Southside Ice Arena and Byron Center. Sort of showcase though, so no games tomorrow. Second game today at 7:30 p.m. right here on this ice. We are ready to roll. More on the face-off dot. He's out there with Mitchell and Lobshire on defense. Rocco. Lobshire carries it up through neutral. Lobshire spins it over for Mitchell. Mitchell, shot on goal. It'll be held and we'll get a face-off. Rocco and Hohendorf on defense for West Michigan to start. Noah Freen in net for West Michigan. West Michigan with a face-off. Lobshire towards the middle of the shot. Another save by the goaltender and held for a whistle. Face-off goes into the corner. BRPD plays it up and out of the zone. Icing arms up. And we'll bring it back. Face-off goes behind the net. BRPD with control on the breakout, near side. Pass cross ice, played by Hohendorf, held out of the zone. Played in the middle, Moore's got it. Moore's knocked down. BRPD picks it up. Justin Duzendang carries it. Neutral zone, now a pass near side. Dump in on Freen. Mitchell from behind the net for Moore, can't handle it. Mitchell sweeps it out of the zone. And West Michigan will go for the change as BRPD regroups. Chipped out. This is, Bidwarman with it. Bidwarman down low, shot blocked before it got to the goaltender. BRPD on the breakout far side. Pass through the middle. This will be played by Poulin. Passes over for his brother. Near side. Chipped into the zone. BRPD with possession. Behind their own net. Poulin pressuring. Berto with a shot off the angle, saved by the goaltender. Shot from the point, another save. Another shot from the point, a save loose in front and cleared out by BRPD. Bidwarman far side wall. Pass to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn down low, shot deflects into the goalie and a save. Loose puck on the wall, Bidwarman. Bidwarman. Patience, shot, save, rebound, and that goes in! A goal by Berto. Found the rebound off Off the Kuhn shot from the point and tucked it in between goaltender and the post. Early start for West Michigan. Out comes Ayler along with Rocco and Smilanich. Puck played in the neutral zone, chipped out by defense, that's Poulin. Wrestle for it here in neutral zone. Kuhn finds it in the skates, gets it up to Ayler, a little long. BRPD can't clear it, goes in deep for Smilanich. Smilanich chips behind the net. Lucas hard after it in the far corner along with Rocco. Rocco tried to move it out. Ayler battles at the wall. BRPD will carry. BRPD goes in offsides. Offsides arm is up. And we'll get a whistle. Start the clock there. 14:15 left in the first. Rocco, Ayler, Smilanich, Timpy, and Hooper on defense. Timpy gets the puck in his own end, pushed in by BRPD. Timpy turns, tries to clear it, held in. Shot, knocked down by a BRPD player. Far side corner, now behind the net, BRPD. Pressured by Hooper. Out to the point, another shot in on Freen, and he'll hold for the whistle. More on the draw. BRPD wins it. They go D to D. Near side comes out of the zone. Pressure by Lopshire. Back in the zone, but offsides. BRPD has to wait out. Moore collects it. Sends a pass through the middle. Connects with Mitchell. Mitchell on the wide side. Pass in the middle for Lopshire. Parker with his backhand shot. Save. Rebound cleared to the corner. And now on the breakout comes BRPD. Cross ice pass. Played long into the wall, but into Freen. Behind the net. BRPD gets a pass out to the point, jumps the stick, and goes length of the ice. Mitchell with the sprint, he'll be the first there, behind the net. Mitchell carries into the corner, feeds a pass to Moore. Moore gets it taken off his stick, but Mitchell's there to collect. Mitchell carries it through traffic, drops a pass to Hooper at the point. Hooper lays a shot, knocked down by a player. BRPD will clear through the air. Icing is waved off. Oh, nope. We'll get a whistle. And bring it back for an offensive zone draw. Berto on the face-off with Poulin and Bedwarman, Rocco and Hohendorf on defense. Tied up in the feet, loose. Poulin pulls it, far side. BRPD chipped it to Hohendorf. Hohendorf shot saved. Loose in front and played into the back wall. Poulin sends it in the far corner, or near corner. BRPD routes it back. Dalen McAfee will pick it up there. McAfee for BRPD sends a pass near side to his stepbrother Justin. But West Michigan able to hold it up there. BRPD finally gets it and dumps it in deep. Rocco feeds a pass to Poulin at the wall on the breakout. Poulin into the middle, off a skate and loose. BRPD shot just wide, a net. Berto on the wall, now Poulin. Cross ice for Hohendorf. Hohendorf up the wall for Bedwarman. Bedwarman in on side, gets it in deep. Wrapped around the near side, loose into the middle, Hohendorf scoops it up. Cross ice pass to Ayler. Ayler holds it in. Rocco collects. Rocco, top of the circle. Shot deflected, far side, Ayler. Down in the corner. Ayler's pressed on the wall. In to help is Rocco. In the feet. BRPD loosens it, but Poulin holds it there. Loose. BRPD clears. This is Rocco collecting. Leaves it far side. BRPD will step, and they'll take it in low. BRPD in on net, just off the side. Pass in front, jumps the stick, out to the point though. Point man sends it in deep. BRPD lost a step, and played out by the defense, held in at the point. Now played up by Rocco. He's got numbers. Rocco and Smilanich. Rocco down low, over for Smilanich, a shot and a save by the goaltender. Good back check by BRPD. It took the puck man, and that meant the goalie had the freedom to watch Smilanich on the doorstep and slid over for the save. More on the faceoff. West Michigan with the win. Mitchell at the wall, looking for something. Puts it towards net, off a skate. Mitchell gets it back. Up at the wall, finds Lopshire. Lopshire's run off the puck. Loose in the feet, sent behind the net. BRPD wraps around the wall. Kuhn holds it with a skate. Sends it on the wall. BRPD's there. Loses an edge though. Kuhn trying to hold it at the blue line. BRPD digs it out. Icemen bring it in, near side. Pressured by Poulin. They try to skate it in front. Saved by Freen. BRPD with it. Pass back to the point. Shot by Wiedenoff. And a save by Freen. Paxton Wiedenoff, the defenseman for the Icemen. See it south side. Moore, Mitchell, and Lopshire up front. Hooper and Timpey on D. Mitchell picks up a loose puck. Mitchell skates it ahead into the zone, stops top of the zone. Looking for a pass, cross ice. BRPD there. Now they'll try to carry it out. BRPD towards the middle. Shot on Freen, a save. Hooper picks the loose puck, dumps it to neutral zone. Wiedenoff for the Icemen, cross ice to Duzendang. Had his pocket picked by Berto. Berto couldn't advance on side, so he'll circle back to neutral. Hooper over for Timpey. Timpey through the middle, off Bidwarman's stick. Bidwarman though, holds it in the zone, now it comes back out to neutral. Puck sent in deep, around the net. Timpey pinches. Holds it at the feet. In to help is Hooper. Timpey digs it out. Timpey on the breakout to Bidwarman. Bidwarman up for Poulin. Poulin for Berto. Berto with a backhand shot that went wide. Out to the point. Hooper lays a shot, knocked down. Rebound. Hohendorf shots knocked down. Loose now. Berto tried to rip a shot. That got knocked down. Rebound by Hohendorf. And that one on goal, but a save by the goaltender. Liam Riefschneider in net for the Icemen. Future Hudsonville High School player, former Fox Motors Bantam AA goalie. Berto wins the draw to Hohendorf. Hohendorf bangs it off the wall behind the net. Loose. Poulin picks it. Poulin in the far side corner. Gets it out to Hohendorf at the point. Hohendorf shot knocked down and cleared out of the zone. Poulin's back check secures the puck. Sent in deep by the Icemen. Big collision there behind the net. Rocco along with Poulin. Rocco gets the puck out for Berto. Berto's passed through the air. Clears the zone, but played by the Iceman defenseman back in the West Michigan zone. Berto collects it. Ethan Berto. Dumped in by Rocco in the feet. Bidwarman's got it. Puts the backhand in the corner. He'll go off for a change. BRPD on the near side. Can't outlet it. Goes to Rocco. A shot in on Riefschneider and his glove save for the whistle. Ayler, Smilanich, Rocco up front, Kuhn, and Poulin on defense. Face-off sent into the corner. BRPD there first. Big hit behind the net there. Ayler and Smilanich in the corner, trying to find it. Ayler, now Rocco's got it. Rocco trying to find Ayler in front, went behind him, and BRPD breaks it out. BRPD in the West Michigan zone, held up by Poulin. Point man holds it in, goes behind Freen. Kuhn pins the man up, loose puck out for Ayler. Ayler curls back in the corner with some pressure. Ties it up, BRPD. Traps it there. Now sent to the near side wall. BRPD will be there. Pass back to the point. Played by Smilanich. Now Rocco up for Ayler. 3-on-1. Ayler in on net, shot just went wide. All the way out to Kuhn. Couldn't hold it in. Poulin holds it at the red line. Rocco. And now played in the West Michigan zone. Poulin. Cross ice pass for Ayler. Ayler off the wall for Smilanich. Feeds it to Poulin. Poulin gets around the defender. Poulin in on net, shot over the net. And that'll come all the way out to neutral. Moore has control. Moore curls back into the wall. Puts it behind the net for Timpey. Timpey's pass knocked down by the Icemen. Held in the zone. At the wall, pass back to Dusendang at the point. Shot save by Freen. Another point man shot deflected up into the net for the whistle. Moore, Lopshire, Mitchell up front. Timpey and Hooper on defense. Shot right from the point, save by Freen. Put back out to neutral zone. Wiedenoff's cross ice pass connects. A regroup in their own zone. Pressure by Mitchell. BRPD though able to get it back. Pressure by Moore. Moore's got it at the red line, gets it to Hooper. Hooper's sauce to Lopshire, now to Mitchell. Mitchell carries in. Mitchell takes it down low, behind the net, far side corner. Bounce pass off the wall to Hooper, jumped his stick and out to neutral. Timpey from the red line dumps it in deep. Settled down by Reifschneider. Broken out, stick on it by Mitchell to hold it there. Mitchell pressuring at the wall, holds it. Bouncing puck, Timpey, and BRPD will break it out. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. Puck goes loose to Hooper. Hooper's pass to Mitchell. Mitchell will curl back in his zone and bring it ahead with some speed. Through two, puck loose, BRPD can't take it away. Mitchell's got it. Dropped for BRPD, carries it ahead. This is Berto. Berto's got it. Berto, top of the circle, shot just wide. Far side, Bidwarman holds it in the zone. Now it comes out, but Hohendorf's got it. Hohendorf carries it in. Hohendorf in the corner. Slides a pass out to the point. Berto, a shot over the net. Loose puck far side. Rocco plays it behind the net. Rocco chips it to the corner for himself. Pass to the point for Hohendorf. Hohendorf puts it in towards net and a save by Reifschneider and the Icemen. Ethan Berto on the face-off. Poulin and Bidwarman, his line mates. Rocco and Hohendorf on defense. Berto wins it into the net, a save by the goalie. Bidwarman from the corner. Pulls back, gets it to Hohendorf at the point. Hohendorf dumps it in deep. Berto couldn't control. Poulin to chip it. Berto's got it again behind the net. Berto takes it out near side, a shot, save. Takes a hit. Iceman can't clear. Puck goes loose to Berto. Berto back. Backhand goes wide. Poulin with a backhand shot. Save and a score! Bidwarman gets the rebound goal. And West Michigan adds another. Samuel Bidwarman, future Portage Muskie high school player. Ayler, Rocco, and Smilanich, Kuhn, and Poulin. Rocco carries it in. West Michigan, the BRPD, gets a stick on it, and they'll send it length to the ice for an offensive zone draw. Puck played behind the net by Smilanich. BRPD wrapped it hard around the wall. Kuhn holds it in. Finds Ayler at the wall. Ayler settles it down in the feet, then puts it behind the net for Rocco. Rocco's met with some physical play. Smilanich back to Rocco. Takes it out. Rocco at the face-off dot. Now goes back behind the end line, behind the net. Rocco brings it out in front for Smilanich. A one-timer, and he scores! What a play by Rocco. Did a figure eight with the puck, enough to lose the defenseman. Smilanich camped out in front, one-timer in. Smilanich, a future Matawan Wolverine hockey player. Face-off goes towards the Icemen. Ayler, Smilanich, and Rocco up front. This is brought in by Kuhn. Kuhn weaves his way in, gets hit, and puck cleared to neutral. After the loose puck is Smilanich. Lucas's pass goes long for Ayler, played by the BRPD defense. Back to neutral zone. Kuhn dumps it in, delayed offsides. BRPD's got some time behind their own goal. On the breakout, Ayler knocks it down to hold it in. Lopshire puts it in deep. Puck behind the net, Ayler after it. Into the corner, Lopshire ties it up. Played behind the net. Mitchell's on the ice now. BRPD tries to send an aerial pass. That one cleared the glass, and we'll get a whistle for an offensive zone draw. Moore, Mitchell, Lopshire up front, Hooper, and Timpey. BRPD wins the draw, gets past defense. Hooper with a big sweep to hold it there. BRPD comes on it though and brings it in the zone onside. Hooper again, a good stick on it. Luke's got control. Off the wall, clears the neutral zone, goes into the BRPD end. Lopshire pressure. BRPD off the glass to neutral zone. Mitchell with control. Feeds a pass far side for Hooper on the rush. Hooper had it taken off his stick, back to neutral. Mitchell across the red line. Run into traffic, gets it in deep. Offsides, arms up. Delayed offsides call, so the face-off comes all the way down. D-zone draw in front of Freed. But Warman, Berto, and Smilanich, or Poulin, sorry. This is Berto. Gets it to Poulin, 2-on-1. Poulin carries it ahead. Poulin on the near side, puts a shot over the net, wrapped all the way around. Hooper able to hold it in at the point, puts a shot in on net, goes wide, near side. Timpey holds it in, but BRPD intercepts. Carry through mid-ice. Dalen McAfee. Hooper takes it away, gets it back to Poulin. Poulin loses an edge. BRPD controls. Loose in neutral. We'll get a penalty arm up. Looks like West Michigan is being whistled for the penalty. Ethan Berto goes for hooking. So the Icemen with the one-man advantage. 2-minute penalty. Just under a minute left in the first period. Out on the penalty kill come Smilanich, Rocco, and Poulin No, not Poulin. That's Hohendorf. West Michigan sends it right out. Touched up by Reifschneider. BRPD from behind their own net. Carried out with speed. Break in. Lost the puck. Rocco sends it into the wall. BRPD holds it in though. BRPD down low at the end line. Centering pass goes all the way through. That'll clear the zone. Wiedenoff. Far side. BRPD. 15 seconds left in the period. Pass cross ice. And Rocco holds it at the wall along with Hohendorf. West Michigan with the puck. Smilanich gets around one. Lucas chipped. 1 second on the clock. And that does it for the first period. 3-0 your score. Berto, Smilanich, and Bud Warman. Where's he going?
He's done. Two soccer games at the club.
I told Keith I would give him 1 period. That's all I could give him. I was like, Bryce, he's like, going to soccer league. Well, they want you to show for hockey games. He's like, we're staying the whole hockey game. Like, Bryce, you're half, you can't not show up.
I get it.
So he'll be back tonight.
Good luck. What's that?
Did you have him hooked on that one?
I really didn't see it. I think I heard you say he might have hooked as he was going down or something. All right, second period ready to begin. Moore's out with on the penalty kill with Lopshire, Hooper, and Timpey. Play begins. BRPD sends it in deep on Freen. Oh, it's in the skate, and he somehow cleared it behind the net. Tied up at the wall by Timpey. He'll dig it out. Timpey carries near side. Puts a backhand up the wall. Moore goes after it. Held in by the point. High off the glass, back in the corner. Timpey. He's run into. BRPD trying to clear it. Timpey with strong stick to hold it at the wall. Timpey digs it out behind the net, far side. He'll turn and burn off the wall and deep. BRPD collects. Wiedenoff behind his net. Moore gives chase. Former teammates. BRPD from behind the net. He'll take it out near side. Cross ice pass connects. Timpey pressures. Puck goes loose behind the back wall. West Michigan gets the skater back. 5-on-5. On the ice comes Poulin. Centering pass, can't find it. And cleared by Lopshire, hard off the glass. Length of the ice, good pull shot into the net. And Reifschneider is going to hold that one for a whistle. Ayler, Budwarman, Poulin, and Kuhn. Kuhn from the point. Puts it towards net, off a skate, loose and saved by the goalie. Play behind the net, BRPD on the breakout. Kuhn trying to hold it at the blue line. Successful. Holds it in. Ayler gets a stick on it, loose far side. BRPD after it. Hard off the wall. Held up by Poulin. Poulin tried to get a pass to Bidwarman. Bidwarman cycles back to Poulin. Poulin up for Kuhn. Kuhn turns and puts it in deep. Ehlers there. Leaves it in the corner. Up high off the glass to the point. This is Poulin. Poulin brings it back into the corner, sweeps it to the back wall. Bidwarman there to help. In the feet, comes out. Poulin's got it. Lost an edge, but Kuhn rips a shot, point blank, and a save by Reifschneider. Out comes Moore for the offensive zone draw. He's got Rocco and Smilanich out with him. Hohendorf and Rocco on defense. Pass down low gets played out by BRPD, but held in by Smilanich. Over for Moore on the doorstep, and he scores! Lucas Smilanich with a great assist. Found Moore streaking to the back door. And Moore went around Reifschneider and found the open net. Face-off center ice, played by West Michigan, brought in by Rocco, near side. Rocco towards the middle, leaves it for Smilanich. Smilanich shot towards net, knocked down in front. Played in, loose in front, oh, just wide of net. Smilanich far side. Played by BRPD. Smilanich takes it away, gets it into the wall for Moore. Moore chipped off the wall, looking for the point. Played in by Hohendorf, back into the corner. Wiedenoff for the Icemen, carries behind the net. Wiedenoff carries it up. Couldn't get a pass off. Smilanich takes it away. Smilanich down low, a shot. Save. Hohendorf holds it at the point. Moore at the wall. His pass knocked down and cleared by McAfee. West Michigan able to play it back into the Iceman zone. Deep for Lopshire, up the wall on the breakout. McAfee finds a pass near side, taken away by Rocco. Played up for Lopshire. And we'll get a penalty whistle here. BRPD called on the penalty. I think it was interference call on Ehlers. Just got tied up. Ehlers on the dot in the offensive zone with Lopshire and Berto. Hooper and Timpey on defense. Face off, won by West Michigan. Timpey from the point, over for Hooper. Hooper brings it low, shot and gloved by Reifschneider. Face-off goes in the corner. Berto battles. Lopshire there, ties it up, comes loose. Out for Ehlers at the wall. Ehlers takes the hit, keeps the puck. Ehlers behind the net. Far side now, Ehlers trying to get a pass to the point, knocked down, but Timpey able to sweep it in the corner. Timpey. Pass in front for Ehlers, a one-timer saved. Rebound played to the side of the net. Ehlers behind the net again. Ehlers pass in front, another one-timer by Lopshire. A save by Reifschneider. Played in the feet. Lopshire trying to dig it out. Puck loose. Timpey at the point. Puts it back in. Lopshire at the wall. Lopshire turns. Sends it in deep for Ehlers. Comes right out for Reifschneider. He'll get a glove on it for the whistle. Face-off played out of the zone. Giving chase is Poulin. Oh, it's loose in the middle. BRPD a shot saved by Freen. Kuhn with it. Kuhn, mid-air pass, Budwarman settles it. Budwarman takes it wide. Down low, Budwarman, near side. Still with control, near up the wall. Budwarman drops it for Poulin at the point. Poulin skates it towards the middle. Poulin in the shooting lane, shot deflects up into the back glass. Loose in the corner, Budwarman. Budwarman feeds a pass back to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn up, shot in on Reifschneider, and he gloves it for the whistle. That one deflected in front. Reifschneider with a good save as the speed of that puck changed in a heartbeat. Moore on the face-off. Budwarman and Poulin, his line mates, tied up in the dot. Push to the wall, Moore. Pass back to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn gives himself some room down in the corner. Kuhn will skate behind the net with it, near side. Pass back to Moore at the point. Bounced off his stick, but keeps control. Down for Poulin. Poulin finds a lane into the net, puts a shot in and save. And we'll get a whistle for a high stick. And face-off move down. Rocco out there with Ehler, Hohendorf, Smilanich, and Rocco. West Michigan plays it up. Rocco's got it. Played up by Ehler. Ehler gets it up for Smilanich, who chips it into the zone. Wiedenoff for the Icemen. D-to-D pass out of the zone. Neutral zone, played in. Pressure by Hohendorf and Rocco. Iceman player goes down. Puck loosened up for Rocco. Rocco carries it through, gets it up for Ehler. Ehler carries it ahead, and we'll get an offsides. Ethan Berto on the face-off dot. Moore and Lopshire, his line mates. Hohendorf and Rocco on defense. Icemen get the draw. Into neutral zone. Played in by West Michigan Berto. Good play by the defense to get it back out. Moore gets it to Hohendorf on a regroup. Hohendorf's cross ice for Berto, chipped in deep. Hard after it is Lopshire. Icemen behind their net. Pressure by Moore and Lopshire. Held up there. Pass in front, Berto. Couldn't get a shot off a skate. Rocco with a shot deflected over the net and cleared out to neutral ice. Hohendorf gives chase. Hohendorf behind Freen. Stops, brings it back near side. Hohendorf right up the center alley. Runs into some traffic. Puck into the skates. Rocco tried to get a dump in. Held up at the feet. Now Rocco again gets it. And plays it deep. BRPD there. West Michigan with a change. BRPD in their own end. Pressured. They'll break it out on the near side. Hooper with a shot. Saved by Reifschneider. Moore has it behind the net. Has it taken away. Moore's back at it. He's got it behind the end goal. Centering pass played by Reifschneider. Deflected out to Hooper. Hooper has to regroup in mid-ice. Hooper for Timpy. Timpy carries behind Freen. Timpy on the breakout for Budwarman. Budwarman up for Moore. Moore carries it. Moore to the middle. Moore puts a shot just wide on the back of the net. Budwarman trying to chip at it. All right, we'll get a resurface of the ice here, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. West Michigan with a 4-0 lead halfway through. right, we're ready to roll still the second period, 8:38 left. West Michigan with a 4-0 lead. Shots heavily favored on their side. See if BRPD, after a little break and some coaching, comes back with some life. A lot of time left. Little Fred Bear on the tunes, anthem of the old Kingsford Flibber football team. Moore, Berto. Lobshire up front, Rocco and Hohendorf on defense. Here we go. Puck sent into the corner. BRPD out to the point. Rocco holds it. Moore holds it, gets it to Lobshire. Hohendorf sends it near side. BRPD will get possession, dump it in deep. Rocco behind his own goal. Moore sends it up the wall. Lobshire there. Fires it deep. Berto hard after it. Icing waved off. Reifschneider plays it out to the wall. BRPD had that chipped up into the netting. Another face-off low in the zone. Offensive zone draw, Moore on the dot. BRPD sweeps it out. They'll carry it ahead with speed, far side. Rocco stops the play. Puck loosened up. Lobshire with a stick on it. Held in the zone. Now Berto sweeps it out. Berto carries it wide. Berto on the forehand. Berto shot on Reifschneider, a save. And he'll hold for the whistle. Ayler out on the dot. Poulin, but Warman. That went into the goalie. Reifschneider holds for another whistle. Face off, won by BRPD. Icemen carried up near side. Outlet pass goes long. Kuhn will play it. Kuhn curls back near side. Gets it off the wall. BRPD sends it back. Loose. Poulin carries in on side. BRPD with possession mid-ice. Loose to Kuhn. Kuhn's pass to Bidwarman connects. Bidwarman curls back to the middle. Avoids the hit. Gets some help from Poulin. Bidwarman with a shot saved by Reifschneider. Kuhn into the wall with Ayler. Miles pushes it behind the net. BRPD pinches him off. Takes it back near side. Ayler with a wraparound shot save. And BRPD hard off the wall, icing arms up. And we'll bring it back. Moore on the dot. Rocco and Smilich line mates, Hooper and Timpey on defense. Rocco sends a backhand, gets it back. Moore chips. Rocco behind the net. Rocco after it in the corner. Here comes Smilich. Lucas on the wall. Pestered by BRPD, but puts it back in the corner. Moore down low, gets it back to Rocco. Rocco's pass to Hooper at the point. Hooper puts it in towards net, goes wide off the back wall, far side. BRPD can't clear, Smilanich holds him up. Moore is there as well. BRPD finds a lane. They'll clear to neutral, picked off by Moore and played by Hooper. Hooper to Timpy. Picked off by BRPD mid-ice. BRPD with it, Moore, Timpy, Moore again. Finds Rocco, Rocco near side. Backhand save, shot over the net by Smilanich. Timpy on the far side wall holds it. Timpy puts it deep for Rocco. Rocco behind the net looking for something in front. Instead puts it back far side corner. After it is Smilanich. Lays a hit, Timpy with a loose puck, shot in on Reifschneider, a save. And a whistle. Miles Ayler on the face-off. Berto, Lopshire, Hohendorf, and Rocco on defense. Face-off into Reifschneider. He sends it to the near side wall. BRPD puts it back behind their net, far side. Pressure by Berto, but they move it out with speed here through mid-ice. Rocco with a stick, pushes it into the back wall. Hohendorf in the corner. Played out by Ayler. Ayler up for Berto, just out of his reach. Puck played deep, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Ayler on the dot. Puts it into the wall. Rocco clears the zone, icing arms up again. And we'll bring it back for an off or a defensive zone draw. A shot in on goal, save, another save by Freen. Right off the face-off in on him. Pass by Berto, just out of the reach of Ayler. And we'll bring it back for an icing call. Hohendorf finds Berto. Berto on the break. Berto shot from the top of the zone, saved by Reifschneider. Behind the net, Lopshire sends it in the far corner. BRPD moves it to the near side. After it is Ayler. That one cleared out to neutral. Rocco's after it. Goes D-to-D with Hohendorf. Hohendorf slides it back to Rocco. Rocco with patience, nice job, carries it ahead. Gets it to Berto. Berto at the blue line. Top of the zone, Berto played in towards net, deflected in front! And that one looked like a cross, but it didn't, it came back out. And Reifschneider with a save. And a whistle. Stay tuned, we're getting some penalties assessed after the skirmish that unfolded there in front of Reifschneider. We'll focus on the good parts here. 2 ex-teammates there, Moore and Reifschneider. All right, looks like we're gonna do double minor on the BRPD side, as well as a minor, and then 2 offsetting minors for both teams. So that gives a 2-man advantage to West Michigan for 2 minutes. 5 on 3, back we go. Smilich carries in onside. Dropped it to Berto. Berto over for Poulin. Poulin played towards net. Moore's got it. Moore back to Poulin. Poulin back down for Moore. Deflected up into the air. Loose. And a rebound goal by Berto. And West Michigan takes the 5-0 lead. That'll wipe one of the penalties off the board. So 5 on 4 now. For another 3-minute 40. Moore's on the dot. Berto, Lopshire, Smilanich, and Poulin. Rocco and Poulin are in the box for West Michigan. Short on D. Puck played in the West Michigan end. Smilanich, cross for Moore. Moore out of the reach for Lopshire. Weeding off for BRPD with a play. Dumps it deep on the penalty kill. Freen will settle it for Smilanich. Lucas far side corner. Carries it up at the blue line. Punched ahead by Lopshire. Berto tried to drop for Lopshire. BRPD gets possession. They'll put it deep. Smilanich behind the net. Smilanich carries it ahead. Lucas has it pulled off his stick. BRPD in neutral zone. They'll dump it in deep. Freen settles it. Poulin. Poulin from outside behind the net to Smilanich. Smilanich to Lopshire. Lopshire crosses the red line, brings it in. Dropped it for Smilanich. Taken away by BRPD. Their pass goes long. Poulin will play. Poulin cycles it to Smilanich. Lucas's long-range pass for Poulin connects. Berto carries. Berto on the near side. Berto in on Reifschneider, a save. Rebound cleared away into the corner. Ehler gets it back to Smilanich at the point. Smilanich back down to Ehler at the wall. Ehler pulls it in the corner. He's taken off the puck. Poulin's there. Now Budwarman with it. Budwarman sent into the wall and dumped deep by BRPD. Luke Cooper with it in his own end. Finds Budwarman near side. Budwarman feeds it to Smilanich on the break. Lucas from the blue line dumps it in deep after it's Ehler. BRPD has possession. Ehler takes it away. Ehler from the corner. Miles centers a pass in front. Loose in the crease, taken by BRPD. And a penalty arm here. Ehler's going to go for the trip. So we'll do 4 on 4 for a minute and a half, and then at which time BRPD will get a power play for 30 seconds. 6 players in the penalty box across both teams. Short bench. Kuhn off the draw, off the wall. Chasing after it's Rocco and Kuhn. Played back out to neutral zone. Moore with possession. Moves it near side. Hooper. Hooper carries it in the zone. Hooper down Broadway. Hooper still with possession. Far side. Hooper, nice move. Hooper into net. Shot. Saved by Reifschneider for the Icemen. Moore on the faceoff, gets it to Rocco. Rocco whirls back. Reifschneider plays, Moore's there. BRPD digs it out. They'll bring it in the zone. Big hit by Kuhn. Play behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way through to the point man. Shot in on Freen, goes wide. Rebound picked up behind the net. Pass near side point. Pestered by by Rocco. Moore deflects it out. BRPD sends it back. And the buzzer means we've ended our second period. Third period starts. 4-on-4 hockey for another 20 seconds. BRPD out of their own zone. Chipped into the West Michigan end. After it is Poulin. Played through mid-ice. Timpey with a stick on it. Berto clear. BRPD cycles through neutral. And they'll carry it in. Timpey with a stick to push it in the corner. Loose behind the net for Berto. Berto chips it in the corner. Smilanich on the far wall. BRPD pass back to the point. Shot in off the post, or off the crossbar. 5-on-4 advantage for BRPD for another 15 seconds. That one comes out to neutral zone. BRPD will collect. West Michigan about to get their fifth skater out of the box. There he comes. Ayler will join play. BRPD down low. Centering pass goes all the way through. Ayler there in the corner. Ayler puts it behind the net for Timpy. Timpy up the wall for Berto. Berto puts it back in deep. Timpy's long range for Berto, deflected off his stick into the BRPD end. Smilich takes it away. Lucas centers a pass in the skates. Ayler try to find it, comes out for BRPD on the breakout. They'll send it near side. Wiedenoff will carry it ahead and dump it in behind net. Hooper with a pass for Ayler, far side. Ayler trying to move it out with Smilich. Ayler stick on it. Deflected. The point man holds it in, gets it in just wide of net. BRPD pass back to the point. Now puts it back in deep. Smilich, or Poulin, sorry. Played by BRPD towards the middle, loose in front, shot, and that'll be gloved by Freen. Face off, Moore's on the dot. He's out with Budwarman and Poulin. This one cleared out of the zone. Poulin after it. BRPD with possession. They'll pull it back in their own zone. Now carried back through the middle. Budwarman with a stick on it. Puck loose to the near side. BRPD with it. They'll send it back in their own end. Poulin hard after it. BRPD gets possession. Poulin separates the man from the puck. BRPD tries to outlet, held by Budwarman, gets it back to Hooper. Hooper gets around one. Hooper down low with it. Hooper on the forehand, shoots and he scores! Luke Hooper with nifty moves in from the point position. Kept it on his forehand and buried it top shelf. Six goals now, 6-goal advantage here in the third. We'll get a running clock. So we're at 14 minutes. Moore on the dot, Poulin, Budwarman, Kuhn, and Hooper. BRPD cycles in their own end. Pass through the air, goes long, Hooper plays it. Leaves it for Budwarman. Budwarman sends it cross ice for Hooper. Hooper across the red line, blue line, puts it in on Reifschneider, a save, and he'll hold for the whistle. It's throwing me off now. It's going to be a tough job. They stopped the clock. We are going to get some clock stoppage. 13:22 left. BRPD in the near side corner. Ayler, Rocco, and Smilich up front. Rocco and Hohendorf on defense. This is Smilich looping top of the zone. Smilich puts a shot in and gloved by Reifschneider in net for the Icemen. Back to running clock. Ayler on the face-off. Moves it to the wall, Rocco, and sent the length of the ice. Icing arm is up. And we will bring it back for an offensive zone draw. Loose behind the net. Smilich at the wall, feeds it to Rocco at the point. Rocco lays a shot in and gloved for the whistle. Ayler on the dot again. Tied up in the feet, moved into the wall. BRPD sends it around far side. Kicked out loose for Rocco. Rocco curls back in the corner. He's double teamed into the wall and to help his Smilanich. Lucas plays it towards the middle, picked off by BRPD and sent in deep. Stuck in the feet, Rocco trying to dig it out. BRPD moves it. And carried out. Sent near side, pass connects. Shot in on Freen, a glove save. Rocco can't clear, BRPD takes it away. Shot in on Freen, a save. Rebound in front, cleared away. And we get a whistle. D-zone draw, Moore's out. Kuhn, Berto, Poulin, and Lopshire. Lopshire had a stick on it. BRPD puts it back in deep. Moore after it, far side. Sends it back to the near side for Kuhn. Gets it up for Lopshire. Comes out to neutral zone. Taken by Kuhn. Kuhn off the wall, clears the zone. Leaves it for Lopshire. Lopshire takes it wide. Pass in the middle for Berto, picked off by BRPD. Lopshire, though, on the back check. Takes it away. Kuhn holds it in. Berto finds the loose puck, top of the zone. Plays it in deep, goes wide of net. Lopshire after it. Lopshire tried to bounce it back in deep, picked off by BRPD. Wiedenoff. That one dump in, deflected, and put back in the BRPD end. Played back to neutral zone. Dumped in deep by Berto. Neutral zone play. Poulin to Kuhn. Kuhn gets it in deep. And that comes out to Reifschneider. He'll hold for a whistle. Woodwarman, Poulin, Ayler up front, Hooper and Timpey on defense. Face off one by BRPD. They take it behind the net. Ooh, lost an edge. Picked off by Poulin. Gets it to Timpey at the point. Shot goes wide. Into the far corner. BRPD with possession. Pass through the air. Knocked down by Hooper. Played through mid-ice. Chipped ahead by Ayler, but possessed by BRPD. BRPD behind their own net. Backhand pass far side. Deflected on the breakout. Timpey with possession. Timpey behind his own goal. Goes far side, off Woodwarman's stick. Into neutral, BRPD. Send it back, far side. Puck loose. Hooper keeps it out of the zone. BRPD regroups to neutral. Now they'll put one in deep. After it is Timpey. He's got pressure on his heels. Puck loose, BRPD, shot free in the save. Rebound in front, goes loose. Comes out to the point man. Through the air, BRPD holds it in the zone. Timpey, though, with a stick on it. BRPD puts it back in deep. Ayler digs behind the net. Puts it in the corner. Puck moved to Hooper. Hooper puts it up the wall for Poulin. Poulin to neutral ice for Woodwarman. Played in by Poulin. Poulin centers a pass just behind Woodwarman, and BRPD played near side by BRPD on the rush in. Puck played to the middle. This is Hohendorf. Hohendorf over for Moore. Moore in the zone, puts it deep. Behind the net it goes. BRPD there. Moore ties it up on the wall. Smilich there to help. Puck loose in the zone. BRPD hard off the wall and deep in the West Michigan end. After it's Rocco. BRPD with a hard rush at the puck. Rocco moves it over for Hohendorf. Slides it for Rocco. Puck sent near side. BRPD dumps it in deep. Hohendorf back in the corner. Pass out for Smilanich. Lucas pumps the legs with some speed. Lucas on his forehand, puts a shot in. Saved by Reifschneider. Rebound by Rocco, a save. Back to neutral ice. Ehlers out now. Rocco moves it back to center. Pressured by BRPD, picked up by Hohendorf. Crosses the red line and dumps it in deep. Wrapped around far side. Ehler will be there. Ehler puts it behind the net. Ehler. BRPD gets some help. They push it in the corner for Berto. Berto's pass back to Poulin. Poulin's shot knocked down. BRPD's gonna try to clear here. Comes out to neutral zone. Smilanich on the back check. Frees it up for Berto. Smilanich again with the puck. Puts that one in the air into neutral. Weeding off for the Icemen. D to D to McAfee. Breakout pass by BRPD. Connects far side. Good stick by Poulin. BRPD regroups. Ehler holds it in top of the zone. Moves it to Berto. Berto on the side of the net. Puck moved into the corner. Ehler. Pass back to the point for Poulin. Poulin top of the zone. Puts it in towards net, and that'll be saved by Reifschneider. We'll get a whistle here. Penalty call on BRPD. Too many men. See if they get it on with the running clock. Try to time it. Ehler on the dot. Berto's got it. Berto centers a pass, picked off by BRPD. Held in the zone momentarily, now cleared to neutral. Kuhn will give chase. Kuhn will carry out. Along the far side, Kuhn has it taken off his stick, but still gets control. Pass in front for Ehler. He's taken down. Puck sent length to the ice. Just over 3 minutes left. Berto from behind his net. Carries out. Berto ahead on the power play. Berto. A shot in on Reifschneider, a save. Rebound in front, cleared by BRPD. And chasing after that is Poulin. Poulin from his own end gets it over for Kuhn. Kuhn dumps it in. Loose in front, good Warman. After it, BRPD. Freen stops it low. Sent length to the ice, and we'll get a whistle for icing. That'll drain the penalty. Get 5-on-5. Just over 2 minutes left. Moore is on the dot. Hooper, Timpey, Poulin and Budwarman. This is Timpy with it behind the goal. Just under 2 minutes left. Moore's got possession in his own zone. He'll take it wide. Streaks past the red line. Gets it in the zone. Holds it at the wall. Poulin in to help. Moore trying to find it in the feet. Poulin chips it back to Hooper. Hooper over for Budwarman. Budwarman plays it behind the net. Moore is there. Moore puts it back in the corner. Budwarman played it towards net. Oh, goes over. And BRPD can't clear. Moore top of the zone with it. Comes out of the zone. Moore will possess. Just over a minute left. Gets it to Timpy. Timpy's pass connects with Poulin. Put in deep, Budwarman hard after it. 1 minute left in the game. BRPD through neutral zone. That one played in deep. Hooper's going to go for a penalty here late. Clock's running, 40 seconds left. 30. Clock's going to drain here. And I think that's going to do it. We'll let the clock run. Freen with the shutout. West Michigan 6-0 win. And there's the clock. Second game of the day tonight at 7:30, right back here on the ice against MHA. As chippy as the game gets, nothing better than a hockey handshake line. A lot of these kids are former teammates and friends, so let it go. Live to fight another day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.